Hi, and welcome back to Focal Point on AFR Talk. And guys, do we have Sandra on the line? Okay, great. With us on our Newsmaker line is Sandra Tipton. Sandra is the president and co-founder of Friendships Unlimited. Sandra, we've had you on several times on Focal Point before. Welcome back.
Thank you very much, Brian. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Well, thanks for taking time to be with us. And one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on for just a few minutes today, Sandra, is just to get an update on what things are like on the ground in Haiti. We gave a lot of attention as a nation to when the earthquake happened, the destruction that was caused, the crisis with the American missionaries trying to help the children. We talked to you several times about the work that Friendships Unlimited was doing down in Haiti. So just for listeners that may not have heard those previous broadcasts, tell us about Friendships Unlimited, what you do, the nature of your ministry, and then get us up to date on what is happening in Haiti.
Oh, okay, Brian, I'd be happy to. Our organization has ships that we use for humanitarian aid, disaster relief, and to provide medical services. So when this horrible earthquake happened in Haiti, a nation that we'd been to many times, we loaded up one of our ships, Integrity, and sailed almost immediately with food and tents and water and all kinds of emergency items. Well, since that time, we've made 5 voyages with the ship, some out of Miami and some out of Lake Charles, where our home base is, and we intend to do 2 more. We're still engaged in that. We come in and we distribute things to the local groups there on the ground, and there's a lot of wonderful Christian organizations doing really good work. At the same time, we've left a team there. We have a young group of people called the Seahawks that stayed on the ground there in a camp and have been helping other ministries. They've been putting up temporary homes for people. They've been distributing food and all kinds of projects, been really involved in medical missions. So, to tell the listeners, it's still a very dire state in Haiti with the rains on now and 1 million people homeless, 200,000 people lost their lives, and that's affected virtually the entire country. So we continue to work there, and they continue to need your prayers.
Now, tell us a little bit more about this Seahawks program, age qualifications, what kind of training they receive, and then how they get deployed.
Well, the Seahawk program is a program that we started here at Friendships about 3 years ago. We've geared it specifically for young people just graduating from high school or college, although you don't have to have a high school diploma to apply. It's an all-scholarship program. We're taking 60 people this year. You come in, stay with us for a year, and just learn all kinds of things. It's a time to grow closer to the Lord, to seek His direction for your life before you go out and get involved in something you're not sure is the right thing for you. And you spend a lot of time with the Lord. You also spend a lot of time getting fit, learning self-defense, learning disaster relief skills. Our team here trained this last year, Brian. They trained for 4 months, and then immediately in January were deployed to Haiti, and they've been there for 4 months. They're about ready to come home and graduate, and they've had a very full year.
Well, very demanding and obviously very important work that they're doing down there in Haiti, because you're indicating they still have 1 million homeless people, and we're in the rainy season, so that's just got to be tough circumstances for everybody that lives there.
Oh, it's really tough. I was there about 2 weeks ago, and I was so shocked to go downtown Port-au-Prince and see the buildings are still in their dilapidated state. And in the beginning, people were afraid to go around the damaged buildings, but that's kind of faded with time. And it was just horrifying to see people going in and out of these buildings that could topple at any minute, setting up shop underneath big chunks of concrete hanging on rebar. But there's no choice for the people. They have to go on living. They have to go back to business as usual, and things just move so slow as far as recuperation there.
Now, we know we've talked before about this, and I don't want to ask you to divulge anything that wouldn't be helpful or appropriate for you to divulge, but we know that because of the political instability down there's a lot of corruption. Even relief agencies that want to work there, agencies that say maybe want to unload relief supplies will get kind of shaken down by the whoever is running the dock. How have things been since the earthquake? Has it been easier to get relief goods in there without having to run that kind of a gauntlet? Is it about the same? How has that changed?
Well, it's kind of gone as it typically does. The first few trips were very easy. The country was just ready to receive anything, and there wasn't a lot of red tape in place. But as people started getting back into their jobs, things started tightening up, and it went back to the same situation that it is in most developing countries, where people are desperate to make money, and so any opportunity they see, they try. We've been pretty fortunate. Our big holdup on unloading is that the docks in the country have been damaged, so there's a real demand on the few docks that are still intact. So we've had to wait in line for ships to get out of a dock to come in. Paperwork-wise, it's been, let's say you'd had to be patient to work through some of the paperwork, but actually that hasn't been our biggest hang-up.
Now, have there been any changes in the political structure? Obviously there was tremendous amount of corruption. You really didn't have a functional police force in Haiti, at least after the earthquake hit. How are things politically? Have there been any changes politically? Any more freedom, any more stability, or again, have things kind of gone back to the way they were?
It seems basically the same to me. I'm not an expert in that area by any means, but my understanding is it's pretty much the same as it was before. Of course, right after the earthquake, there was a big international force in there. There were a lot of U.S. troops and such, and that always helps. But the U.S. has pretty much pulled back, and the UN is minimal. They have a lot of rules of engagement, if you know what I mean. They're not as effective as when the U.S. troops are there.
Well, last question. We talked about this considerable amount of the time when the thing first hit about the voodoo background in Haiti. Understand people describe Haiti as 70% Roman Catholic and 100% voodoo. And we have wondered, I know that for a time there, the leading voodoo priest was not able to carry out his ceremonies, which apparently he was doing every day in some kind of a palace that he lived in. That was interrupted for a time, and then we just haven't read much about the spiritual climate. Have you gotten any sense about whether this earthquake, this catastrophe, has opened up the people of Haiti to the gospel? What can you tell us there?
Well, that is the Christian groups are reporting that it is better in that way, especially right after the earthquake. Of course, people were really turning to the Lord. Now I know that voodoo things are back in place, but I think there's been I can't say definitively, but it seems to me that there's been a big improvement in that area.
Well, Sandra, before I let you go, I want to be sure that you tell us how folks can get hold of you. There may be a number of families listening that are interested in more information about the Seahawks program as a tremendous learning opportunity for their teenagers or for other young people that are listening and maybe figuring out what the next step in their life is and maybe would be interested in having this kind of experience. It sounds like it'd be a tremendous growing experience for anyone. And also, you're continuing to take relief supplies into Haiti. We know that you operate as a faith-based mission. You depend entirely on donations from good-hearted and generous folks. So tell us how people can get more information and how they can provide a donation to help out Friendships Unlimited.
Well, also let me say, Brian, that we're going to be standing by for hurricane relief this year, too. And we really need not only the young people, but we also need regular crew members and people who can train and teach the Seahawks. So if you're interested in this work and you're of any age, please call our office. And you can reach us at 337-433-5022, or you can get a lot of information on the website at friendships.org.
Friendships.org. And the number again, if you'd like to get more information, contact the folks at Friendships Unlimited directly. It's 337-433-5022. The website is Friendships with an S on the end, friendships.org. Well, Sandra, again, I appreciate you coming on to give us kind of an update. We wanted to kind of stay in touch with what's going on down there. Often in these circumstances, the crisis hits, gets a lot of attention for a while. Then the media attention goes elsewhere. The attention of people goes elsewhere. But meanwhile, the needs continue. And here we have with Friendships Unlimited an organization dedicated to stay the course, to be there for the people in Haiti and give relief in the name of Christ, whether the cameras are there or not. And I can't tell you how much we appreciate and admire the work that you're doing. Thank you, Sandra, for being with us.
Thank you very much, Brian. It was a great opportunity.
Sandra Tipton, president and co-founder of Friendships Unlimited. Once again, the website is friendships.org, or you can give them a call at 337-433-5022. We want to